Night of FA Cup soccer, Arsenal at Leeds, and fourth-round replay action also from Upton Park and Hillsborough. And we're also at the Goldstone Ground, Brighton, along with a very apprehensive Liverpool. History is what's making them nervous. In 1983, Brighton, en route to Wembley, beat Liverpool at Anfield. A year later, they repeated the result at Brighton. Shortly after 4:30 on Saturday, Liverpool may have felt that the Brighton Cup jinx had been laid to rest. Well, they were wrong. Brighton back from 2 down to earn tonight's replay. We'll be at the Goldstone Ground in a moment. And Arsenal may have thought they'd got past Leeds United on Sunday. The referee said no, and it's his decision that counts. Leeds may have thought they'd got past David Seaman.
It's Strachan's cross. Oh, it's going to come out to McAllister! And that's the best moment of the whole afternoon.
Seaman earns the replay. Highlights tonight from Elland Road. Luton and West Ham also try again tonight at Kenilworth Road on Saturday. Luton's Kingsley Black was the man on target. At Upton Park tonight, West Ham Stuart Slater could be the man to watch. This is what he did to Aldershot.
Later on, another of those mazy runs, and a brilliant goal from Slater.
Highlights also from Sheffield Wednesday against Millwall, and how Southampton made progress last night. European burst to the south coast. Brighton against a Liverpool side who tonight, we understand, have signed Coventry's David Speedie for a fee of around £700,000. He won't figure in this fourth-round replay, though, where the commentator is Barry Davies.
Both teams will feel that their lineups have been strengthened compared with Saturday. For Brighton, Robert Codner returns after suspension, and that means that Brian Wade drops down to substitute, and John Burns, scorer of the equaliser at Anfield, will now partner Mike Small up front. Liverpool welcome back Roddy Whelan. He's been out for 9 games, and Steve McMahon, who missed the first match because of a 1-game suspension, picked up for being sent off in the replay against Blackburn. Mulby moves down to substitute, and Rosenthal loses his place. Roddy Whelan, his problem has been a hamstring injury, and he comes back to captain the side, determined not to let it happen again against Brighton. The smiling Brian Hill of Kettering is the man in charge, and Brighton attacking the goal to our right. Captain Wilkins was in possession, looking for lightning to strike for the 3rd time. 83, 84, will it be 91 as well? A victory over Liverpool in the FA Cup. John Crumplin to take the first free kick of the contest. And a good knockdown, and Grobbelaar knew where it was, but didn't attempt to prevent the corner. Rather slice clearance, but obviously Grobbelaar couldn't get near to. He doesn't come this time either. Whelan had the jump well. No one will have the jump for that one. McMahon. Liverpool certainly far more positive than they have been in 1 or 2 of their away matches this season. Carter won't make that. Jimmy Carter yet to appear on the winning side since being transferred from Millwall. Barnes. Barry Venison. Rush. They can't let him turn, but they did. Wonderfully smooth by Ian Rush. Didn't really get a weighted shot. McCarthy trying to prevent him turning, but failing to do so. This is John Byrne. Good tackle by Venison. Staunton for Barnes. Chivers with him. Barnes. Good block and a good try. Lively stuff at the Goldstone ground. Barnes a constant threat. Chivers did enormously well to block the first effort, but how quickly Barnes responded with the acrobatics, but wide. Carthy caught slightly in two minds, and it's Barnes again. Good save with the follow-up, and it's in by McMahon. Almost inevitable that Barnes would be involved, and Liverpool had the early goal. Steve McMahon, missing on Saturday, finishes it off after Digweed had pushed out a strong attempt by Barnes. McMahon winning the race, 10 minutes gone, Liverpool had the lead. Chase for Walker from Wilkins. Burn forward, and it's a free kick to Brighton. Chivers has come forward, and so has McCarthy, 6 and 5 respectively. If you can see these numbers on the Brighton shirts. And a nod down, and followed, and somehow Grobbelaar keeps it out. It was Byrne who put it wide. Extraordinary escape for Liverpool. Wilkins will take the corner. Small tries to get to it. There was a bit of pushing. Grobbelaar. I don't know how much he got of that from the free kick. Really were nowhere, the defenders. It came first off his feet, then off his chest. And Barham, I think, may have been the last player to touch it. And Kenny Davies must be delighted with the way his team started, but not too happy about that last incident. Codner. Whelan saw that very early, and his rush. Crumplin to him. Good stop. And it's comfortably kept out in the end. But Ferry Digweed keeping it down to 1. Good play by Roddy Whelan at the start of that. Codner was waiting for it. Whelan took it. Codner again. Appeal for handball. Not given. Good cover by Crumplin. Rush in full stride, hit it well, and the goalkeeper needed a little help, but there was no attacker coming up. Gary Lloyd, second from the right as we look, the Brighton manager. McCarthy did well, helped out by Codner. Byrne on the run, it's a good ball. Nicol in attendance. Did a good job, just held him up. Walker with another chance for the cross, gives himself a better angle, and Codner is wide with the header. And he's cross with himself, and frankly he should be. Good play by Walker, who changed the angle, found the perfect cross. But sadly for Brighton, Codner did not find the perfect header. Barham. Wilkins, useful to Codner. Small poised to make a run from left of the penalty spot. He didn't get the flick on. Denied them by Nicol. McCarthy has remained forward. This is Byrne. Small, holding it up well. Walker. Offside, surely. No, it's not. No, it's not. Small has scored. And Small, who started the way back. Now, where did he run from? The linesman was absolutely level. Liverpool certainly thought that Small was offside. But the linesman kept his flag down and the goal stands. Barnes. Getting worked his way away. Walker opts for greater simplicity. Barnes stood off him. And they're letting him have room for the shot, which is very, very well held. Nasty one for Digweed, with Rush ever a threat for any rebound. And that's enough for Mr. Hill, and it's certainly been full value for the crowd. 1-1 at half-time, McMahon scoring after 10 minutes when Liverpool were rampant, but Brighton coming back through Mike Small in the 37th minute as he beat the flag, as it were, to find the corner. Well, most of the half-time discussion around on the terraces on this side of the Goldstone ground certainly centred on the question of whether the goal was offside or not. And it's no great surprise to find all the Liverpool supporters feeling that he was. But really, Jeff Pearson had the best view in the ground. Here's Barnes. Brighton will be hoping he doesn't start the second half as he started the first. He was pushed a bit then. Really was wonderful at the start. He orchestrated every theme, and McMahon found one right note. Burrows, Whelan, Barnes. And McCarthy has gone across to him. Oh, it's a poor back pass! And Nicol is a whisker away. And Crumplin almost ruined Brighton's night. He'd come away with it, and he'd just put it straight to Nicol, who was a whisker away from the far post. Benison. Liverpool attack right across the width of the field. And Barnes getting in between two. Staunton on the left. Whelan's gone to the middle. This is Barnes. And this is McMahon. Really cracking shot. Wonderful strike by Steve McMahon, which Perry Digweed got a hand to turn over. May have gone over anyway. Carter with the in-swinger. Barnes got the nod back, and Ronnie Whelan. Really was a fine opportunity. Had room, got underneath it. That's a fine ball by Wilkins to Walker. Small coming in. And Walker really didn't strike that across the box. If it was going to gain him anything, it had surely to be hit rather harder than that. And Ron Barnes finds himself as a defender. Shivers has come forward. And Grobbelaar comes for it, doesn't clearly get it, and a wonderful back flick, but the linesman's flag was up. It's still 1-1. Grobbelaar came for it, didn't quite get there. And the goal is disallowed by the referee. Don't think the flag was up. Certainly there were two players on the line. I can only think there was an initial foul on Bruce Grobbelaar. That's the only reason I can find as to why that one was disallowed. But the whistle had certainly gone before the ball reached the head of Small. And Carter turning Walker. Compton's head, which made contact. McMahon, try and turn. Still McMahon. Whelan, fine save. Struck with the outside of the boot. And curling, I suspect, to be just inside the post. Nice back flick. Roddy Whelan again. Not so good as his previous attempt. Fading away. Yes, I think it would have crept in. But the second one not troubling the goalkeeper. Only Small up there, and Byrne unable to quicken the stride. Benison. Chivers staying with Barnes, but unable to dispossess him. And McMahon goes for the run, Rush goes the other way, Staunton with the shot, and it's off the post. An amazing escape. McMahon, who started it, he collided with the post. Whether he knocked the ball onto the post, we may be able to see from this. It was a wonderful change of direction by Rush that set up Staunton, and it looked as though it was going to go in, and maybe McMahon confused things. It stays. Chivers. Coplin. Chivers has gone for the return. Didn't get it, but his presence helped maintain the attack. And that was deflected for the corner. McCarthy has come up, and McCarthy couldn't reach it. Walker, more really up than in. Wilkins, it's a better cross on by McCarthy. Barham, good twist and turn, all the bodies there. Walker couldn't keep it down. Just, I suspect, he was held and pushed by Ablett, and although it appears that one or two players are pleading the case of Gary Ablett, the referee is thinking about the yellow card, and I think is going to produce it. Yes, indeed. Pity in a way that a yellow card has had to come, because the game has been played in a fine spirit. But the referee was right. Oh, goodness me. Well, Ray Wilkins surely applaud that most of all. It was a wonderful free kick by his brother, and a very good stop by Grobbelaar.
And one apiece, so into the first period of extra time.
they might find Walker. Good play. And it's lost, and eventually rescued by Burrows, whose header in the first place caused the problem. Corner tally reaches 13. Unlucky for some. Grobbelaar has lost. He's got back now. Some of the scrambles in the Liverpool 6-yard area have been quite unreal for a side of their pedigree. And Grobbelaar just gets a bit of it this time. And I don't think that was a fraternal greeting. Burrows quite unconcerned. Grobbelaar said it was my ball. He's given it back to Burrows. Rush. Staunton. Jan Mulvey is forward here. And that's a curler! But not quite enough. Hit it well as he came inside his man. Crumplin. Nicol. Have to watch the bounce. True back pass from Ablett. Offside. Rush. Barry Lloyd's side enjoying a fine spell. League and Cup. On by Small. And bang! A golden touch at the Goldstone ground. John Byrne, who scored the equaliser at Anfield, has put Brighton in front for the first time in this fourth round tie. Right into the corner. The goal in the 99th minute. Flicked on by Codner. And Byrne got there first. John Byrne has only recently come back from a cartilage operation. And he's had two memorable games against the best team in the land. Here's Burrows. Ronnie Whelan. He was a little bit irritated in a radio interview I heard this morning about suggestions that Liverpool are not quite what they were. Mulvey. McMahon. He will go to the last ounce of sweat. And it's Venison shots, and it's a very good stop. Really difficult one for the goalkeeper. Bounce with such a test in front of him, and he turned it away well to maintain his record. The 8th match against Liverpool, yet to be on the losing side. Rush! Of the 6-yard area. A quick turn after Venison had won the ball. but it was just too tight. And Rush almost made it his. So did Barnes almost. But Liverpool will need more than the almost. This is a great break by Codner. Gets it back from Small. This is Mark Barham. Good approach. What about the finish? McMahon. Mulvey. Burrows. Beardsley. Rush. Yes! Marvellous goal by Ian Rush. And a wonderful early ball by the substitute, Peter Beardsley. It's his third goal of the tie, but the instant pass, one touch, and up onto the top of the stanchion. No change in the expression. Looking for Byrne. This is Walker. That's a good shot and is well saved. Needed to be held with Small waiting by the far post. Burrows. Beardsley occupying the right side. That's a good ball, and it's a good stop. Goal kick is given, but even so, it's a good stop, and I think, in fact, the linesman indicating he was offside. And Brighton often looking now for the long ball. Liverpool dictating the match at the finish. But can they find the finish? They can, from McMahon. Scorer of the first goal. And in all probability, scorer of the last goal. And the 1,500 or so have come down from Liverpool on their feet in delight, with arms in the air and smiles as broad as the Mersey. Good play, good finish, and it's been threatened throughout the second half of extra time. And how much does Mr. Hill have to allow for stoppages? And if Kenny Dalgliish's team is going to go to Wembley, they're certainly taking a difficult route. He goes first to greet the opposition and then to greet his players at the end of a rattling good cup tie. Ian Rush started it all off at Anfield, scored one here, but in the end the decision came from Steve McMahon, scoring the first and the last. Liverpool go on yet again to play Everton, but great credit is deserved by Brighton of the second division, who made it doubly hard and are more than a little unfortunate. 3-2 to Liverpool, the final outcome.
I shouldn't, who am I to pick Liverpool teams, but when Mulvey was on the bench, I felt reasonably happy, if you could ever be happy. The change was when he came on the pitch. And they shortened their game up a wee bit. And that was the difference.
But a marvellous game.
For everybody, yes. Says he with a big smile.
Brave face of Barry Lloyd. Terry Venable certainly enjoyed watching a great cup tie with us.
That's great.
How much did you enjoy watching Liverpool go through there?
Well, they certainly had him on the rack there for a long time, and all credit to Brighton. They give it every shot they had there, and there was some incredible scrambles on both sides. I thought it was a terrific cup tie.
Intriguing talking points as well. The first talking point is perhaps that first Brighton goal and all the question marks of offside over Mike Small. What's your view?
Well, I think the ball is knocked out. Before they can close, he hits it early, but Small's left in there. They've come out and left him, and to me, he is well offside. There's no doubt, in my opinion, at all. I have no doubts at all about that.
That really shouldn't have been argued about. 2 or 3 yards, in your view?
I thought it was 2 or 3 yards offside, not a doubt at all.
Such a frustrating decision to watch from the bench, but in the second half, a decision that went against Brighton, and equally hard to see what was wrong here.
Well, the same thing. Although they've had that go for them, I think that's a perfectly good goal. There can't be a foul on the goalkeeper because the goalkeeper comes from behind the players. So I then think it must be offside, but as we can there see that there's 2 players on the goal line. So I really. Quite confused.
But here's the one that counted from John Byrne.
Well, a typical rush-type goal. He's nipped in there and he slid it in before that they can get themselves organised.
No.
And an early ball, the 3 players around Rush, you think it's enough, but it's not. And that's what makes him so exceptional to finish like that.
And that is a very, very typical Rush goal, and the kind of goal that suggests that maybe Liverpool aren't struggling for form in the manner in which we think.
I think that... Well, that's being said at the moment, and that often happens because they've only got to have the slightest lilt in their game and people jump on it because they're not used to seeing them do anything but win games.
Does irritate them when you say that, though, doesn't it?
But they've got very angry, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
They've come
Reminder of the news that we've heard, that we understand that Coventry's David Speedy has signed for Liverpool for a fee of around £700,000. What influence do you think Speedy might have there?
I think it's... he's an exceptional player. That was a surprise to everyone, I think, because he said, Speedy changed your mind this afternoon because he was supposed to be going to Aston Villa. And to go there, you're never really surprised. They're always collecting top players, and they've done it again.
Strengthens the old squad,
yeah,
doesn't it?
That's
right. Next for us